Hi everyone, welcome back to the CH Tasting Room. My name is Chris LaFleur and we are tasting lot 864 today. This is a Zinfandel from Dry Creek Valley in Sonoma. So for those of you who know Dry Creek Valley, they've been producing quality Zinfandel as far back as the 1870s. There's always been great plantings there, and so some of the oldest vines of producing Zinfandel in the world can be found here. This isn't necessarily an old vine thing, but it does tell you there's a pedigree for producing great quality Zins in this region, and they don't have to make a Zin pun to do it. Wines with Zin puns in their name shall remain nameless, but you may have seen them once or twice, and you can make judgments yourself if you like the way those are named. Anyway, some things to know about Zinfandel. It tends to be very brambly in fruit, and some people describe it as being the cornucopia for the wine lover. It's got everything in it. Because of the way that it's grown, it has this affliction called indulge, which means that the grapes don't ripen evenly on the same bunch. If you pick and then press a whole cluster, you'll have some grapes that are completely ripe and some that are a little under. There's ways to combat this by over-ripening everything, but that's not interesting. So it's more fun to have a little bit of everything in the wine here in terms of flavor. So let's see what we have in terms of color. We've got a pretty moderate color here. It's not aggressive, but there's a really nice depth to this. You can see a ruby core at the front. You can also see on the nose that it does have a little bit of that everything here. We've got some raspberry, we've got some blackberry, there's a little bit of blueberry, there's a bit of dried fruit here. I would go so far as to say juicy, not jammy. I think that's the way to go here. It's not overpowering, but there's a difference. You're also gonna notice that there is some fresh oak here, some new oak that's giving a little touch of vanilla, and it kind of makes this, it kind of gives it the classic Zin flavor, which is cherry cobbler. I don't know why that's a Zin flavor, but people refer to this as like peach and cherry cobbler as a way of describing what we're getting on the nose. I gotta say it's pretty accurate. It does kind of have a really big pie crumble feel. Let's taste it. Oh, wow, that is a rich, mouth-filling wine. It's got a little bit of everything. It's big fruit punch, blackberries, raspberries, cherries, plums, dried fruit, raisins. There's everything in here. You could think about this wine for days as you taste it, and I suggest that you do. There's a little bit of new oak here that's kind of leading into the vanilla and caramel section, but not quite overpowering. And that peach cobbler, that peach yogurt feel is much more present on the palate than it is on the nose even. So there's a lot going on here. For people that like to have an everyday drinker from North America, you might find that you're drinking a lot of Cabernet Sauvignon and Merlot. Nothing wrong with those, they're delicious, but if you want to go down a different path, this is a great way to do that. Would you get more than one bottle of this? Absolutely, because I think that there is room to let this age, not for a long time, but 6 months, and I think it's going to change completely. Because there's already everything in here, wouldn't you like to see what else could be in it? I would. And I think we're gonna take one of these home. So why don't you do the same? Get yourself a case of this wine, lay some of it down and see how it changes, and I will see you at the next class.